Welcome to the day 6 of our 30 days AI automation challenge. Today we are going to be learning how to build a simple chatbot using OpenAI keys. So we are going to just demonstrate how you can build a chatbot that when somebody sends a message to it, it sends a message back to the person and respond just the way you have been seeing it on the maybe website or all these customer or contact us pages in website. Is that okay? So now let's begin. This is day 6. If you have not gotten through from day 1 to day 5, please kindly check the video description to get the links before you join us here. Now, of course, we are going to be using our n8n work dashboard. Please, we are going to be using the cloud own for today as well. Now, for those of you who are complaining that you can't use it, you can't use the locally run own, please use the cloud own, the one from the website. I told you that it's working perfectly and we are going to use it today. The only difference is that it has 14 days expiring date. That's just the difference and nothing more. Is that okay? So we're going to come here and then let's start building it. So to build it, we are just going to add our node, of course, because we'll click on the first step and then we're going to click on please, we are going to choose on chat message. No, the other one we have been building is on form, filling form. This one is chat. Is that okay? So we click on chat and then you can see that we need to configure the chatbot. Is that okay? So to configure it, let's turn this to make it open and to make it public. So this is actually the URL that you will be using. That's if you probably want to put the link in your website, to activate the chatbot in your website or in your social media. This is actually what you will use. So the link, the chat URL is here, and then the mode is hosted chat. You can leave it the way it is like this. Is that okay? Chat will be live at the URL above. So let's leave it at hosted chat. Then the authentication, we also have to leave it like this. The reason for authentication is maybe you want somebody to maybe register or maybe do some 1 or 2 tasks before start chatting with the AI. But for now, we just want to leave it at none. We don't want anybody to do anything. Now this one is the initial message that the person will receive. Let's say, for example, say, how are you? You now say, okay, hello dear, my name is this, how can I help you? Just the way that WhatsApp business chat used to look like. So say, hello, my name is n8n. So I can just say, let me change it to, hello, my name is Dennis. All right, your automation, your AI automation assistant, how can I help you? So this is the initial message that the AI is going to give to the user before even proceeding to it at first. Is that okay? So you can make this available in Chat Hub by clicking on this, but I don't think we need this for now, so toggle it off. Is that okay? Let's toggle it off. We don't need it for now. So everything is here and all we have to do is first we need to test it. So let's open the chat and you can see that this is where the chat is. So this is the node. We already have the node, and of course you can see that if you chat from here, it can now start giving you something. Is that okay? So for now, we don't want to chat anything as of now. Just keep doing. Let's create the OpenAI that will be used first, because this is the chat node. All right, we need an AI that will now be integrated in this chat node that will now be able to respond automatically. So this is where if you chat, you keep getting the answers here, but we need to add the OpenAI. So to do that, we can now come here and click on the node. Of course, you should know how these things are run by now. So let's now type OpenAI, or of course you can see it here. So we'll click on it and then we can now choose message a model. So we want, if somebody message the model, then it should now receive an answer. Is that okay? We have different options here, but let's go with message a model. So once we click on it, it's now going to open the form for us. So we need to fill in this form. Is that okay? Now you can see that the form has resources, leave it on test. Is that okay? We have for now it said get 100 free open API credit. You know that APIs are bought. You need to buy API keys. Is that okay? Those of you who know what API keys are, you need to buy them before you can use them. But we are lucky that n8n provides 100 credit free for the n8n, for the free version. Is that okay? So you don't have a problem with that at all. You can use the 100 credits. So let's claim it first. Click on claim. Your own tool should also be there as click and claim. Don't worry, as we proceed, I will teach you how to get the API keys that will now enhance everything. But let's use the free API keys. Claim every, we have claimed it, and you can see that here is the one we need to use. Is that okay? As we proceed, I will show you how to create a new API keys and how to get them. Is that okay? All right, so see, we have the text, and then we have message a model. So we want it to message a model. Of course, that's what we choose. So then the model first is, let's click on here, and then you can now choose any model. Of course, you know that any AI at all has model. For example, Meta AI has, the Meta AI is called Llama. The Meta AI I'm talking about is Facebook AI, Instagram AI, you know them now. So they are called Llama. So they upgrade almost every quarter of the year, or even sometimes every year. So we started from Llama 2 to Llama 2.4 to Llama 3, Llama 5, and so it's just going and going. Llama is the the AI that belongs to Meta. Is that okay? Now, ChatGPT also has been rolling. We have ChatGPT 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, we even have 5.0. So here you're going to select the right model that you need. Is that okay? So you can select the 5.0, no problem. But I want to select the 4.1. Anyone at all, don't worry. But I just select this one. You're going to get accurate result. So the message type is still text. Of course, we got to have that you can send image, you can send file, but we want it as text. The API own that we're going to be creating later in the course is going to produce all of these things. Now the first user should be system. Now we have three types of user here. The user the user sends a message and gets a response from the model. So the very first model that we are creating, or the very first role that we are creating, is supposed to be the system itself that receives the message. Then we are now going to create another one that is now going to be the user. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the system itself receives, that's the n8n system, receives the message. The OpenAI receives the message, and then before it now sends. So you have to first create the system before we now create the user. So that's why we don't want to create the user now, and we want to create the system so that you can be able to tell the AI what to do by itself. Is that okay? If you create on system, you should be able to be the one to tell the AI what to do. All right, so here is the prompt. The prompt is, what do you want the AI to do for you? Is that okay? So we want the AI to understand the user's inquiries and respond back. So you can just tell the AI, just paste these prompts that I have here. All right, let me open it here so that I can explain the prompts to you. So I will just click on here. Of course, you know how to open this thing wide. So see what I tell the AI. I say, hello, thanks for reaching out. No, that's not the beginning. Okay, the beginning is AI customer support prompts. Let me delete it because I actually generated this prompt from AI. So I'll be putting this prompt in the video description so that you can be able to use it. But in case you did not find it, you can use ChatGPT to generate it. Let me show you how I generated that prompt. I say, write me a prompt to give to my n8n automation to help me respond to users and guide me, and it generated me this prompt, and that is the prompt that I just put in here. So I say, you are a professional AI customer support and user guidance assistant for our business. Your role is blah 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 blah. All these things were generated from the AI, and you can see. So always aim to provide the best possible user experience and blah blah blah. So we like this prompt, and this is the prompt we are giving to it. But you can also put a more shorter prompt. For example, you are an expert in, or a professional in, n8n AI automation challenge that helps to guide people and provide solutions. Please assist me in doing this task, and it will help. That simple prompt also will work, but I want it elaborated. So that's the prompt. So we have created the first role, and we're now going to create the second role. So to create the second role, you add a message. So let's click on add a message, and then we can now see that here we can now click on test. Let's leave it. We still want the user to also to be test, and then here we now leave it at user instead of system. I don't know if you are understanding now. So let's leave it at user, And then what is the prompt? Now, the prompt here is not actually, we are not putting any prompt. We are supposed to put a variable. That is because the AI is not responding to only one person. The AI is responding to anything that somebody put. So it's supposed to be a variable, just the way we have been doing it, right? So to do that, we don't have any variable here. So let's start executing that. Let's execute the previous node. That is this chart here. Let's execute it. So I will just say, what is triggers? For example, I'll just say what is triggers, and I click on enter. You can see that it starts giving us result here, node executed successfully, and you can see that hello, I am here to help you, how can I assist you? It's supposed to show us what a trigger is. But let's come back to this, click on this. Sorry, let's click on the chatbot, and you can see that we now have this message here. Now, it said, what is a trigger? It has not given us the answer. Why? Because we have not completed the setup of the AI that is going to provide the answer. That's why you can see that we already have the variables, but we do not have the complete answer. It's still telling us that we are here to help you, but what is the result? Is that okay? So for the user, we want to actually put a variable and not the prompt itself. So to do that, we can now put the chat input, which is the question that the user puts. Is that okay? So we can now pick this and then bring it inside the prompt. So the AI is now going to be responding to the input, any input at all. So even if I continue to say, how will I use the trigger? So it now continues, because how will I use the trigger is the input. What is trigger is the input. And so the more, once you pick the input variable, whatever comes as the input, no matter the question, no matter the what you are putting, the AI is now going to be working on that input. And that's why we are using the chat input for the user. Is that okay? All right, so that is it, and I think we are all done, and this is it here. So since we are done, let's now execute this step to see if it will actually work for us. So let's click on here, and it's supposed to execute and tell us what is trigger. So if it does not tell us what is trigger, it means that we did not do it correctly. All right, so I think we did it correct, and you can see that this is the answer. Hello, thanks for your answer. In general, triggers are events or conditions that cause something else to happen automatically. So you can see that we did it correctly, and that is that. So that's how to build this simple automation. But let's do the second example by saying in how, or let's say, what is automation for social media? Is that okay? You just want to do this example because it's important. Social media, you can't just stop at one example. So let's click on enter, and you should be able to also find the answers here. Is that okay? Because the message has been moved. You can see the how they call the OpenAI is currently working, so you're supposed to even find the message here instead of opening it. But if you open it by double clicking it, you should be able to find the message. It's okay, except we execute again. If we execute again, it will now bring us this result. So let's execute before it will now bring this result. But there's no need doing all this execution, right? There's no need to say automation for social media means using tools for software. You can see the AI is now giving us the chat input. Is that okay? But you don't need to come here and be executing all the time like that. All you have to do is just once you from here, you start seeing the answers here. Is that okay? This is the output. So you will be seeing it here. This is where you're putting, and this is where, yeah. So this is how to actually use build a simple chatbot using OpenAI keys. Then let me do something. But remember that we are doing this thing is actually working in our n8n. So we want to test it outside of our n8n. So to do that, I'll click on here. Not there, please. I'll click on the chatbot so that I'll be able to copy this link here, because this is a link I told you that you'll be doing. So once I click on it once, it copies, and I'll come to a different tab and paste the link and click on OK. So it was supposed to show us the charts. Okay, it's showing us code 404 error. Okay, I think the reason for this error is because we did not publish it. All these things we are doing are happening in our n8n. So before you want it to happen, before you want to test it outside of the n8n, you need to execute, you need to publish it. Remember, you are building the whole AI automation here, but it's not supposed to work here. Is that okay? So you are picking the link to work somewhere else, but this is where you monitor. It's at a dashboard that you monitor everywhere. So always remember that what you are building here is not supposed to work here. You're supposed to, it's working here, but you are supposed to pick a link to give it to somewhere else in order to work. So for this, we pick the link and maybe paste it on your website or paste it anywhere that people will now be able to access it to give result that you will now see here. I don't know if you understand. So for us to make this work, we'll now click on publish, and for to publish, say publish this version. So we'll now click on publish the version. So you say workflow published. So I click on got it, and then let me come back here and then refreshed this, and you can see that it is now working. So that is that for today, and we are done with the day 6. We just want to be taking everything step by step, right? So we don't have to take everything at once. So it's just step by step. So in the next class, we're also going to expand to build another thing that is beneficial to us. Okay, right, we are done. Please kindly help me subscribe to the channel and like the video. All right, now the assignment is simple. Practice exactly what I've done as usual. Post the day 6 of what you have done on your social media platform. Give the takeaways you have from this and post it in the comment section. And please don't forget, please try to react or talk to 1 or 2 people in the comment section. Share this video with anybody that wants to learn AI automation. I will see you in the day 7.